Let's discuss about the question weightage for zoology for Neet 2023. So here from the 11th standard syllabus they have asked 4 questions from animal kingdom. So from unit 1 they have asked 4 questions in zoology, and structural organization in animals they have asked 4 questions. So from unit 2 4 questions. From cell unit of life 2 questions, biomolecules 2 questions, and cell cycle and cell division 2 questions. So overall 6 questions from 3rd unit. And coming to physiology, human physiology. So digestion 2 questions, breathing and exchange of gases they have asked 1 question, body fluids and circulation they have asked 2 questions, excretion also 2 questions, locomotion, nervous system and chemical coordination. From all these chapters they have asked 2 questions. So totally 13 questions they have asked from human physiology. Coming to 12th syllabus. So here the number of questions asked will be here from human reproduction they have asked 3 questions, reproductive health 3 questions. So totally 6 questions from in zoology from reproduction chapter. Then principle of inheritance and variation 2 questions, molecular basis of inheritance 4 questions, and evolution 1 question. So from genetics and evolution they have asked 7 questions totally. In human health and disease they have asked 3 questions, and in strategies for enhancement in food production they have asked 1 question. So totally 4 questions from biology and human welfare. In biotechnology they have asked 1 question from principles and process, and in applications they have asked 1 question. So totally 2 questions from biotechnology unit. So finally from ecology chapter, ecology unit they have asked 2 questions from organism and population and 2 questions from environmental issue, totally 4 questions from ecology. This is the difficulty level. And coming to section A, so they have asked 9 easy questions, 25 medium questions and 1 difficult question. So totally 35. In section B they have given just 2 easy questions, 7 medium questions and 6 difficult questions. So totally 50. Given below are 2 statements. Statement 1, a protein is imagined as a line. The left end represents by first amino acid C terminal and the right end represented by last amino acid N terminal. This is wrong because the first amino acid will be represented by N terminal and the last will be represented by C terminal. Statement 2, adult human hemoglobin consists of 4 subunits, 2 subunits of alpha type and 2 subunits are of beta type. So here this is correct. So the option will be statement 1 is false but statement 2 is true. Radial symmetry is not found in adults of phylum. So the answer will be Hemichordata, whereas the other 3 phylum will have radial symmetry. Which of the following statements are correct regarding female reproductive cycle? In non-primate animals, cyclic changes during reproduction are called as estrous cycle. So A is correct. First menstrual cycle begins at puberty and is called menopause. This is wrong because it will be menarche. C, lack of menstruation may be indicator of pregnancy. So this is correct. And cyclical menstruation extends between menarche and menopause. This statement is also correct. So A, C and D are correct. So the option is A, C and D are correct. Given below are statements. One is labelled as assertion A and the other is labelled as reason R. Assertion A, nephrons are of 2 types, cortical and juxtamedullary, based on their relative position in cortex and medulla. So assertion is correct. Reason, juxtamedullary nephrons have short loop of Henle whereas cortical nephrons have long loop of Henle. This is wrong because juxtamedullary nephrons will have long loop of Henle and cortical nephrons will have short loop of Henle. So the answer will be A is true, R is false. Option 2, A is true, R is false, correct. Match the following. So list 1 they have given the parts of eye and list 2 we have to match them with their functions. So fovea, this is the point of greatest visual acuity of resolution, A for 3. Iris is the visible colored portion of eye that regulates diameter of pupil. Blind spot, point where optic nerve leaves the eyeball and photoreceptor cells are absent. So C for 4. And sclera, it is the external layer of eye formed of dense connective tissue. So the answer will be option 4, 3, 1, 4, 2. Which of the following are not considered as the part of endomembrane system? So mitochondria, it is not a part of endomembrane system. Endoplasmic reticulum is a part of endomembrane system. chloroplast also not a part, Golgi complex a part, peroxisome is not a part. So the answer will be A, B, A, C and E. The option is option 1, A, C and E. Broad palm with single palm crease is visible in a person suffering from broad palm, single palm crease. The answer will be Down syndrome, option 4. Match the following. So here we have to match the ECG waves. Okay. So P wave is for depolarization of atria, A for 3. Q wave, beginning of systole. QRS complex, depolarization of ventricle, and T wave represents repolarization of ventricle. So the correct answer will be option 4. Which one of the following common sexually transmitted diseases is completely curable when detected early and treated properly? So they are asking the completely curable sexually transmitted diseases. The answer will be gonorrhea, whereas the other three are not completely curable. Another match the following. Here we have to match the cells with their secretions. Peptic cells secrete proenzyme pepsinogen, goblet cells secrete mucus, oxyntic cells secrete HCl, an intrinsic factor for absorption of vitamin B12, and hepatic cells secrete bile juice. So the answer is option 2, 3142. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion A and reason question. Assertion: endometrium is necessary for implantation of blastocyst. Correct. In the absence of fertilization, the corpus luteum degenerates, that causes disintegration of endometrium. This is also correct, but reason is not a correct explanation of assertion. So both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. This is the answer. Which of the following is not a cloning vector? So the answer will be option 3, probe, whereas the other three are cloning vectors. Here we have to match the organisms with their excretory organs. So tinea, it is flame cells, paramecium, contractile vacuoles, periplaneta, it is uricose gland, that is cockroach, and Fretima, nothing but the earthworm, so it is nephridia. So the option will be 3, 2, 4 and 1. So the correct answer is option 2, 3, 2, 4, 1. Given below are two statements. Statement 1, ligaments are dense irregular connective tissue and cartilage is dense irregular tissue. We have to select the correct statements. So this is wrong. Ligaments are dense irregular tissue because ligaments are regular tissues, dense regular tissues. Cartilage is a dense regular tissue. This is also wrong because they are specialized connective tissues. So both statements are wrong. So the option will be both statement 1 and 2 are false. Which of the following function is carried out by cytoskeleton and skull? So the option is motility. Cytoskeleton also helps in maintaining the shape of the cell and gives mechanical support. So here the answer will be motility. We have to match the gene with the corresponding enzymes. So gene A, it is transacetylase, gene Y, permease, I for repressor protein and Z for beta galactose. So it is 2, 3, 4 and 1. So the answer will be option 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Which of the following statements is correct? Biomagnification refers to increase in concentration of the toxic and successive trophic levels. This is correct. Presence of large amount of nutrients in water restricts algal bloom. This is wrong because it will increase the algal bloom. Algal bloom decreases fish mortality. This is also wrong because it increases fish mortality. And eutrophication refers to increase in domestic sewage and water waste in lakes. This is wrong because it is the natural aging of the lakes due to enrichment of nutrients. So here the option will be option 1, biomagnification refers to increase in concentration of the toxin at successive trophic levels. Which one of the following symbols represents mating between relatives in human pedigree analysis? So they are asking the symbol representing mating between relatives. The option is option 1. This is correct, that is consanguinity. Whereas this represents parents with affected male, this represents affected individuals, and this symbol represents this mating between two individuals. Once the undigested and unabsorbed substances enter the cecum, their backflow is prevented by. So once the substances enter the cecum, the backflow is prevented by option 1, ileocecal wall. So from the name itself we can see ileocecal wall prevents the backflow of the substances into the ileum. Which one of the following techniques does not serve the purpose of early diagnosis of disease for its early treatment? So here the option will be serum and urine analysis, whereas all the other three techniques are useful in early diagnosis of a disease. So the option will be serum and urine analysis. It is a statement question. So statement 1, low temperature preserves the enzyme in a temporarily inactive state, whereas high temperature destroys the enzyme activity because proteins are denatured by the heat. So this statement is correct. When the inhibitor closely resembles the substrate in its molecular structure and inhibits the activity of the enzyme, it is known as competitive inhibitor. This statement is also correct. So, statement 1 and 2 are correct. So, the option will be option 4. Both statement 1 and 2 are true. So, here match the following. We have to match the type of joint with the their locations. So, cartilaginous joint is present between the adjacent vertebra. So, 2 ball and socket joint is present between humerus and pectoral. So, 2, 4. Fibrous joint is present between flat skull bones. 1. And saddle joint is present between the carpal and metacarpal of thumb. So, 2, 4, 1, 3. The option is 2, 4, 1, 3. Option 1. So, statement question. Statement 1. Vas deferens receives a duct from seminal vesicle and opens into urethra as the ejaculatory duct. Statement 1 is correct. The cavity of the cervix is called as cervical canal, which along with vagina forms birth canal. Statement 2 also correct. So, both statements are correct. The option will be both statement 1 and 2 are true. In which blood corpuscles the HIV undergoes replication and produces progeny viruses? So, the correct option is T helper cells. HIV, they undergo replication in the CD4 lymphocytes. So, another match the following question. Heroin. So, heroin slows down the body functions. Marijuana, it has its effects on cardiovascular system. Cocaine, it interferes with the transport of dopamine, and morphine, it is a painkiller. So, the option will be 2, 1, 4, 3. So, the correct answer is 2, 1, 4, 3, option 4. Vital capacity of lung is, they have asked the vital capacity of lung. So, the answer will be IRV inspiratory reserve volume plus ERV expiratory reserve volume plus TV tidal volume. So, the answer is option 3. Select the correct group or set of Australian marsupials exhibiting adaptive radiation. So, the answer will be, they have asked the Australian marsupials. So, the answer is numbered spotted cuscus and flying phalanger, option 1. So, match the following question. They asked to match the hormones with the site of action. So, CCK, cholecystokine acts on pancreas. So, A44, GAP, gastric glands. 3, atrial natriuretic factor acts on heart. So, 2, and antidiuretic hormone acts on kidney. So, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is option 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. So, this is an assertion revision question. Assertion, amniocentesis for sex determination is one of the strategies of reproductive and child healthcare program. This is wrong. It is not one of the strategies. Ban on amniocentesis checks increasing menace of female feticide. So, this is correct. So, the correct answer will be A is false, R is true. Statement question here. So, statement 1, RNA mutates at a faster rate. So, statement 1 is correct. Viruses having RNA genome and shorter lifespan mutate and evolve faster. So, statement 2 is also correct. Both statements are correct. So, the answer is both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Another match the following question. So, here we have to match the method of contraception. So, vasectomy is a surgical method. 3, coitus interruptus is natural method. 4, cervical caps barrier method, whereas Aheli, it is an oral method. So, the answer is 3, 4, 2, 1. Statement question. So, statement 1, electrostatic precipitator is most widely used in thermal power plants. So, this is correct. Whereas electrostatic precipitator in the thermal power plant removes ionizing radiations. This is wrong because it removes particulate matter. So, statement 2 is wrong. So, statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is wrong. This is the correct answer. Another statement question. Statement 1, in prokaryotes, the positively charged DNA is held with some negatively charged proteins in a region called nucleus. This is wrong because this will be negatively charged and this will be positively charged. Whereas in statement 2, in eukaryotes, the negatively charged DNA is wrapped around the positively charged histone octamer to form the nucleosome. This is correct. So, statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is true. This is option 3. Match the following. So, here you have to match the diseases with their causative organisms. Ringworm, trichophyton. So, 2, filaria is caused by Wuchereria bancrofti. 3, malaria by Plasmodium vivax. 4, and pneumonia, Haemophilus influenza 1. So, the answer is 2, 3, 4, 1. So, another match the following question. Here we have to match the interacting species with the name of the interaction. So, leopard and lion in the forest. So, the interaction will be competition. Cuckoo laying egg in a crow's nest, no, it belongs to brood parasitism. Fungi and root of higher plant in mycorrhizae, mutualism, and a cattle egret and a cattle in a field, commensalism. So, they have given them in the order. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Option 4 is answer. Which of the following statements are correct? Basophils are most abundant cells of the total WBCs. This is wrong. Basophils secrete histamine, serotonin and heparin. This is correct. Basophils are involved in inflammatory response. This is also correct. Basophils have kidney shaped nucleus. This is wrong because monocytes will be having the kidney shaped nucleus. Basophils are agranulocytes. This is also wrong because basophils are granulocytes. So the options will be B and C are correct. The answer is B and C. So match the following here. Mast cells are seen in areolar connective tissue. Inner surface of bronchioles have ciliated epithelium, blood, specialized connective tissue and tubular parts of nephron have cuboidal epithelium. So the answer is 2, 1, 4, 3. 2, 1, 4, 3. Option 2. Select the correct statements. Tetrad formation is seen during leptotene. This is wrong. During anaphase, the centromeres split and chromatids separate. This is correct. Terminalization takes place during pachytene stage. This is wrong. Nucleolus, Golgi complex and ER are deformed during telophase. This is also correct. And crossing over takes place between sister chromatids of homologous chromosome is wrong. So the answer is option B and D are correct. In cockroach, excretion is brought about by, so along with Malpighian tubules, the cockroach excretion is brought about by uricose gland, nephrocytes and fat body. So the options are B, C and D. This is statement question. So statement 1, during G0 phase, that is quiescent phase of cell cycle, the cell is metabolically inactive. This is wrong because the cell will be metabolically active, not inactive. Statement 2, the centrosome undergoes duplication during S phase of interphase. This is correct. So the option is statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. Option 3. Select the correct statements with reference to chordates. So presence of mid-dorsal solid and double nerve cord is wrong. So this is wrong. Presence of closed circulatory system is correct. Presence of paired pharyngeal gill slits correct. Presence of dorsal heart is wrong because they have ventral heart. Diploblastic pseudocoelomate animals is also wrong. They are coelomate animals. So the option is B and C only. Option 1 is correct. So another match the following question. Logistic growth. So the match will be limited resources, availability condition. Exponential growth, unlimited resources, expanding ages. The percentage pyramid individuals of pre-reproductive ages largest followed by reproductive and post-reproductive age groups. Whereas in stable age, the percentage pyramid individuals of pre-reproductive and reproductive age are same. So the options will be 2, 1, 3, 4. The correct answer is option 4, 2, 1, 3, 4. Which one of the following is the sequence on corresponding coding strand if the sequence of mRNA formed is as follows? So they have given the sequence of mRNA. So we just have to replace the uracil with thymine. So the answer is option 2. Which of the following characteristics feature of cockroach regarding sexual dimorphism? So answer will be presence of anal styles. Which of the following statements are correct regarding skeletal muscles? Muscle bundles are held together by collagenous connective tissue layer called fascicle. This is wrong. Sarcoplasmic reticulum of muscle fiber is the storehouse of calcium ions. This is correct. Striated appearance of skeletal muscle fibers is due to distribution pattern of actin myosin proteins, also correct. M-line is considered as structural functional unit of contraction for sarcomere. So this is wrong. So the answer will be B and C only. The unique mammalian characteristics are, so here hairs, pinna and mammary glands are the unique mammalian characteristics. The correct answer is option 1. Which one of the following is not an advantage of inbreeding? So the answer will be option 3. It decreases the productivity of inbreed population after continuous inbreeding. The parts of human brain that help in regulation of sexual behavior, expression of excitement, pleasure, rage, fear, that is emotions. So the answer will be option 4, limbic system and hypothalamus. Which of the following statements are correct? An excessive loss of body fluid from the body switches off osmoreceptors. This is wrong because it switches on the osmoreceptors. ADH facilitates water reabsorption to prevent diuresis. Correct. ANF causes vasodilation. Correct. ADH causes increase in blood pressure. Correct. And ADH responsible for decrease in GFR is wrong. So the correct answer will be B, C and D only. Which one of the following are not under the control of thyroid hormones? So first, maintenance of water and electrolyte balance. Correct. It is under the control of thyroid hormones. Regulation of basal metabolic rate. This is also under the control of thyroid hormones. Normal rhythm of sleep-wake cycle. This is not under control. Development of human system, this is also not under control, and supporting the process of RBC formation, this is under control. So the answer will be, they are asking not under the control. The answer is C and D only.